Hello friends, welcome to another of these episodes on Indian cricket. So today, who is that player that we are focusing on? Well, it is the current number one ranked T20 player Abhishek Sharma. Obviously, over the last few years, over the last couple of years, you would have seen all those mighty sixes, humongous sixes from his below, and also, obviously, if you want to talk about the stats, it's very much there online. Just the twiddle of your fingers, you can find it out. So I'm not here to read those numbers, but I am here to look at the secret behind the success, the reasons behind all those bazooka hits. Start with his base might be a little bit similar to Travis Head, his partner in crime at Sunrisers Hyderabad. But there is one massive difference, obviously, that is with his high bat lift. It's a very high bat lift. Unlike Travis Head, it doesn't always go back and across. Sometimes it does, but the main difference obviously comes down to that bat lift. And after that, he looks to create that massive arc for his bat swing to come through. And that is where I think he looks to, or he gets all that power, because he then uses that hip drive and smashes it, gets those bazooka hits away. For example, you could look into that India vs England match at Wankhede, where it was raining sixes at the Wankhede ground. I think he was facing Bharath Ramaraj. He came down the wicket, chipped down the wicket. Before he smashed it, his hands were quite straight, uncocked his wrists, and hit a couple of times over covers. Then he smashed it over, I think he played an uppercut. Again, what you saw was that he was not going back and across with those couple of shots, especially when he smashed it over covers. And then when Mark Wood from over the wicket bowled it short, he just had a small back and across movement and hiked it, or rather I would call it as hybrid full stroke, and smashed it for a boundary. So that is about Abhishek Sharma. His game is very simple, very effective. Yes, if someone else tries to play that way, he may not get away, because it is not as easy as it seems, or not as simple as he makes it seem like. That the very high bat lift, and then to have that kind of massive arc for his bat swing to come through, keep his hands quite straight before hitting. Because he's practiced in that fashion for long, he can play that way. Yes, there's a downside to Abhishek Sharma's batting as well. One of them could be on a track that's stopping a little bit when there's a little bit of tennis ball bounce. When he looks to play a shot, maybe he will chip onto covers. He might get caught out if you try to maybe kind of cut the room from round the wicket, or giving no room to manufacture shots. Then he could really come under some kind of pressure. Even if you go back to the India vs England game, early on, Bharath Ramaraj was actually giving him room, and that is where he subsidized bit and cashed in. So it may not happen in each and every game, but again, someone is such a talented player. So when he gets going, it's very, very difficult to stop him, especially in good conditions for batting. It would be interesting to notice or observe how he goes about his work, his business in the prevailing conditions in the UAE, because you may not always get tracks with even bounce, tracks where he can just hit through the line on the rise. But definitely on his day, maybe against a slightly weaker opponent, even say Pakistan, because their fast bowlers are not exactly known for keeping it tight. They tend to kind of give width, and if he gets it, then it could be a bedlam for the opponent. So that is a short video on Abhishek Sharma, the batsman, the swashbuckling batsman. You can also check other videos, other articles from Revsportz. We cover not just cricket, other sports as well. For the time being, goodbye.